Hi Stampers, Diane Dimich here with ddstamps.com, and today I'm going to teach you how to do these cute little sour cream containers using some of our great new Halloween paper called Motley Monsters. And it's awesome. It's got these great, there's just some fabulous patterns. But here's a piece that I cut 4 by 6. 6 is actually cut just a little bit bigger, different than this. But I wanted to make sure that you could get as many out of a 12 by 12 sheet of cardstock. So what you're going to do is flip it over, and I'm going to use our fast fuse, and I'm going to add fast fuse along the bottom and then the side, and you'll see how I kind of give it a check, a snap. That snaps that fast fuse. This is kind of like sticky strip in a cartridge, and it sticks. Oh, it's fabulous. But anyway, you're going to roll this up, kind of looking like a toilet paper tube. And that will, oops, it's very sticky, so once you get it where you want it, it better be where you want it. And then what I'm going to do is on one end, I'm going to flatten it straight. And then you're going to add your candy. And once your candy's in there, you're going to go ahead and flatten it the opposite way. And so it looks like those sour cream containers that you can get at some of the restaurants. But it's just kind of a fun, you can see the difference in the sizes. This was actually a 5.5 by 4 1/4 sheet of cardstock. And this was a 4 by 6, so that I could get more out of them. But I just like how they look, and you get a different look to each one. And then the other thing I wanted to show you was how to do a quick tag. And I'm going to use the Holiday Invitation stamp set. It's great because it could be used for birthdays, Thanksgiving, Christmas, Halloween, you name it. But I've already loaded up my stamp here, and as you can see, I've got Eat, Drink, and Be Scary, all on one clear block. This is a photopolymer set, so it comes on a clear, or it's clear, so you put it on a clear block. I've got a piece of Tangerine Tango cardstock. This was just a scrap that I found, but it's 1.5 inches wide. And I will show you here in a minute. It doesn't really matter how long it is, because you can make it any length that you want. But I'm going to go ahead and ink up the Eat, Drink, and Be Scary on my piece of cardstock. And I use the Memento black ink. That's kind of my go-to black ink right now. And then I'm going to come in with our new label punch. And I could actually punch it and make it this size, but this size didn't fit the actual stamp. And so when I cut that cardstock down to 1.5 inches, I can pull this label in on this side and punch down. And then if I want the rounded corners, I can come in on this side and slide you just need to slide that little piece of cardstock there is gonna, you need to slide the piece of cardstock right in that slot where the punching happens. And of course now it's gonna be troublesome for me. It wasn't trouble when there we go. When I practice. So then you can slide it and you can make that tag any size that you want it to be. And punch down, and then you have a tag to put onto my little box here. And what I'm going to do is I'm going to punch a hole into this tag. And I'm going to punch, oh here, this is the one I was going to put it on. I'm going to punch a hole. I'll just punch a couple of holes on this one. And then I'm going to come in with some of our new two-tone trim. I love it. It's nice and thick cording. It works fabulous. And I'll just cut off some. And then I'm going to go ahead and slide this. The hardest part is going to be sliding this in here because that cording is so thick. Oh, that wasn't hard. Not as nearly as hard as I thought it might be. But if you are having issues, just clean up your end and then bring it through the little hole. Make sure you have some of each of the colors, some of the white and some of the orange, otherwise it'll pull apart. But if you have some of both colors, then you can pull it right through. And add my tag. Again, I'm just going to trim that edge a little bit. Pull that through the hole. there we have it. Just a really fun, cute, quick Halloween treat container using some of our designer series paper. Well, there you go. I hope you enjoyed that one. We will talk to you soon. Thank you. Have a great day.